First of all, I want to welcome all of you. I want to thanks all of you. All those who helped us and you all people who helped us by all your help. We first time we are organizing this Bhagavad Katha. First time I came here in front of you all. How many of you are reading Bhagavatam? The devotees should not raise their hand. Yes, one mother. Yeah, one. Yeah, this person is also reading Bhagavata. You can see the society here. Why we need to know about God? I came here first time. We got birth. Birth is given by the Lord, and we'll work whatever duty we'll perform, and we'll live peacefully. Then what is the need of God? But the real thing is, if we will not, or if we want to live without God, then we cannot live. Like we can just see what the Lord has given to us. Like we are staying, in which place we are staying, all these things like the earth, air, the sun, all these things, who gave us? Like if we are going by flight and we see after 2 hours, we just think, how can I get down? How can I touch the earth? The birds, similarly, you can't keep them on the ground. They need fly. They need to fly. Their body is uh, convenient for sky. Our body is convenient for the earth. Like nowadays, the scientists are making plastics, but who has created the plants? Who has created the eggplant and all the vegetables? Now the scientists are making it hybrid. Actually, Lord has created everything for the human being to peacefully live. Like now the gas cylinder has come for cooking. This is actually poison. Before we use the wood, and the trees here in Fulbani, this place is full of trees, and the trees give us oxygen. During the pandemic COVID, we saw that people are dying because of need of oxygen. So now they are selling oxygen for like 2 cylinders for 3,000 rupees. So for few hours we take, and we are paying like 3,000 rupees in oxygen. Like if we'll see how many years we have already lived, I lived for more than 50 years. You have lived so much. So we have consumed that much oxygen. So we must be grateful to the Lord. We have never paid him for the oxygen. Like over the world, the USA and all other places, people are worshiping God. Why? Especially the Westerners, they their mind are like scientists. They always argue. You can see the picture here of I.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He belongs to a Vaishnava family. So his father always worshipped Vishnu. Those who worship Vishnu, they are called Vaishnava. So, uh, so A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada is the classmate of Subhash Chandra Bose, our political leader, one of our political leaders. And his father Bhaktivedanta Swami has a big medicinal factory. And when he met his guru, like we say that even if you are like read a lot in at your home, but without you will get certificate only if you will read at the school, and without the certificate you cannot get the job, even if you are that much qualified. Like now we are studying in private, but that private institution is affiliated to the government. They have authority to give the certificate. So Prabhupada, when he met his guru, he met his guru. Like nobody is from birth, they are knowledgeous. We are not knowledgeous. We are just learning the knowledge from others, from Shastra and from Guru, from Sadhus, and we are speaking it. We try to realize it and speak it. So when A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami met his Guru told him one thing. He said, Abhay, his name was Abhay. So he said, oh Abhay, you must go to the Western world. Many people have thought that ISKCON is a an institution from the Western world, but no, it's a Vaishnava institution. This is Sanatan Dharma. We have not made it. Like in our childhood, we would have seen this tilak, kanimali, everything. So his guru told him to go to the West world because in India people are. Hare Krishna, please mute everyone. So the Indian are following the Western world nowadays. Nowadays, people are preferring the fast food, pizza, pasta, all these things. Our dresses are also like the foreign culture. So his guru knows everything, that in future it's going to be more contaminated with the Western culture. Like the small boys, they know only the present, they don't know the past and they don't know the future also. But the father knows because he already lived his past. So sadhus, because they pray to the Lord, so there is only one problem in the life of a sadhu. The problem is if you will go and ask for some credit from unknown person, he will not give. But if we will go, like a sadhu will go, anyone will give us. So they don't have any problem in living. So the only problem the sadhu have, that they see the suffering of the people of the world and they feel distress. So the Bhagavatam is actually in Sanskrit, and for Odia people, Jagannath Das has written it in Odia language. So we must know it was not preached to us so much. So whatever someone may have questions, everything is answered in Sanskrit language, in the Bhagavatam and the Shastra. The Sanskrit language is called Devanagari. language, which is the language used by the Devata, the demigods. So the Devata, the demigods, they don't speak Odia or English. Their language is Sanskrit. That's why Sanskrit is called Devanagari. So, so the meaning of sadhu is that he looks for the welfare of others. Whatever he learned from the Shastra, he said that I need to teach to the whole world. So the best charity of this world is not wealth or rice, like how much wealth, rice we can give in this to anyone, even if we will pay for all his life. We can help him till his old age, but we can't help him for his next life. But knowledge will give him, will help him in this life and also after next life. So I don't know what the other sadhus are doing, but our mission, Prabhupada have taught us that the sadhu give the charity of knowledge. So like in early days, sadhus were going to the jungles and doing penance. They are doing it for themselves. But our penance is we read the Shastra and then we teach the the people. And because we don't have so much time, we have to beg from the society. So the people here comes to us are very talented, but we are giving all our time for the God, so that when if we'll know about God, then we can distribute it. Before telling about the Ajamil Charita, I want to take you from the foundation because I came here for the first time. Okay, anyone can tell me which is the biggest disease in this world, in this samsara? If we will say that the biggest disease in India is cancer or heart attack, but the Shastra is denying this. This disease can go away with the body, but desire that will remain even after the body. Like if a father, you may see a father has 5 sons or many sons, and everyone has different desires. Someone likes some kind of food, the others like other kind of foods, like that. So the worst disease in this world, in this life, is desire. Like if you can go few years back, you can see there were not so many medical colleges, but now here also there is one medical college. There are so many medical colleges, these hospitals are, they are opening so many hospitals. Before, people are not so much diseased, but now you can see almost everyone is diseased. Even the animals don't suffer so much disease like we do. Like the animals, they have natural death. But why the human beings are not dying natural death these days? Why the animals are dying, but we are not dying? There is no medical for the animals, but we have so many medicals these days. In early days, the kings used to open temples, establish temple. Now the kings are making the medicals because the lifestyle has changed. They are so much intense. They have only one son and they are so much intense, or maximum 2 children, but they are always in tension. They sleep late night, they wake up late, like that. We have a big family. one sister and many brothers I have. But father and mother never, like in those days, never think that how to mm, l- let my family live live a good life, because they know, they have belief in Krishna that God will definitely help us. So those who have lots of desire, he will definitely get a disease. This is said in Shastra. So that's why the human beings are not in peace. You can say that animals are dying peacefully, naturally, but we have so much desires. Always our heart is uh, trembling with these desires. If you just like try to shake some water, all the all the dirty thing that was inside will then start circling. So the worst stage is this desire, and if the desire is not fulfilled, then anger comes, and there is the enemy is lost the attachment. We think our wife, our children, and then we suffer for their behavior. So Sadhu teaches that no one is yours actually. This is not your place. You are not going to stay here forever. You are for very short time you are here. We came here to uh, reap our karma phala, the fruits of our karmic reactions. Like people come to a foreign land for some of his work, and after finishing his work he go back. Similarly, this is not our land. We come here to fulfill our desire and then we will go back. And the worker don't know where we will go. We don't know where we will get transferred. So in this, like after leaving this body, we don't know where we will go. You may go to the animal species or demigod species or any species. There is a um, uh, Bhagavatam sloka that while living, let me just chant the name of Hari. That's why you may have seen that when some people are dying at our home, we are giving Nirmalya at, we chant near him, we feed him with Ganges water like that. These are not mythology. These are a big science, because this human birth, and that's true in India, and that's true in Odisha. It's a big fortune. So this lust, this illusion is the biggest enemy. So who is happy in this world? Like we don't have a house. For 7 days we are here, and then somebody else will call us, we'll go there. But still we are happy because we know the knowledge. So that's what a sadhu give also. So we say that wherever you are staying, just know the knowledge, have the knowledge. That's why in early days, like the rishis in early days, they leave their family, their town life, and they go to the jungle and they writes the Shastra like Vyasadeva. They don't write the Shastra to so that someone will say that, oh, he's a big man, he's such a knowledgeous person. No. In Bhagavatam, when I will recite Bhagavatam, every question will be answered there in a scientific way. God has created these things. So, like this charitra, we will now listen. I came here for the first time, and so you must know which topic I'm going to speak you. And in our talks, we don't speak of stories or songs so much. Now we have some time that we will really know, that we have some time to know the God. We must know that why we should read Bhagavad Gita, why we should read Bhagavatam. That's why this pravachan is given, this preaching is there. This pravachan preaching is not entertainment. This is the history of our life, like why we got this human body, and after leaving this body, where I will go. Like in COVID, so many people have died. Did they know that we are going to leave our bodies so soon? Like I can give you one example. Like one person is there. mm, you must be knowing their name. In Odisha, he wants to make a second Konark temple. How much money he has? And he's such a uh, sculpture. He wants to build a Konark temple, second Konark temple. So he died in COVID, and his two sons also died in COVID. So we don't know the future. We don't know if we will see the sunrise of tomorrow. And we are living a life of so much uncertainty. Still, we have so many desires in our heart. Like you must see, where we were before, we don't know. Where we will go, we don't know. And what will happen next moment, we don't know. Like what we are using for our own benefit, that may kill us. Like the vehicles we are using, many accidents are happening and people are getting killed. Like we are living with all our things for death, deadly things. So that's what Prabhupada was thinking, and his Gurudev said that you should go to the West, and because people of India are following the West, then they will, if they will do, then people of India will follow them. We were thinking that if we have a good roads, if we have good buildings, good facility, then we will be happy. But now you can see we have so many things. We have developed economically so much, but we in at no home is there where two brothers are living peacefully. Even you can see the wife and husband. There are so many divorce cases. In early days, few years back, even in dream, nobody was thinking of these things, like two brothers fighting, this wife and husband having a divorce, these things. Like our culture is so great. Every day after rising from the bed, the wife used to worship the husband. They think that husband is like a demigod. So why that was there? But now we are suffering so much, and no one can give you the actual reason why we are suffering. So we may be economically developed, but because we lost our culture, we are living a distressed life. In West, life is like that. There is no love and no trust. That's why they keep dogs at their home. In Manusmriti, it is there that if you will keep dogs at your home, then all your pious activities will go away. So when went to Europe, there is one big merchant, a diamond merchant is there, a rich person. So one of his business is that he supplied dogs also. So here we can get so many dogs, but there they used to buy dogs. So there is one person, one woman is there. He has a three floor buildings, and all the floors, it's full of cats. And with every cat, she has so much attachment that she has kept so much money for every cat. So because she don't like anyone, she is liking the cats. So this is ISKCON. You may read, it's International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Why we used Krishna? Because in our Indian culture, Bhagavad Gita is our religion. Why, one may question, why we have this, why we have Krishna, why not Ram? Because Bhagavad Gita is our religion. Everyone knows Bhagavad Gita. Someone may not be knowing Ramayana, but everyone knows Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is our religion. So Prabhupada named it as given the name Krishna, Krishna consciousness. The main duty of this institution is make everyone learn the Bhagavad Dharma. So you must do your duty, but you never forget Harinam. Krishna has said that you must do your duty. He said to Arjuna, I am not debarring you uh, from doing the war, but every time before the war, after the war, during the war, you should keep me in your mind. And why we should keep Krishna in our mind? Because we are living at his home. What he gave us, we are living there. Like we are giving money for all the facilities we are using, like this electricity, water, everything we are paying to the government. But Krishna has given everything for free, the sunlight, the water, the earth, everything. And he never asked us money. So if we will not be grateful to him, how can we be peaceful? You may go and ask at every house, whether are you happy? So no one will tell you that, yes, I am happy. Whoever will say that, yes, I am happy, he, out of his false ego, someone may say like that. We are like moving all around the world, and we know that no one is happy. So Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, O Arjuna, who is not attached to me, he will never be happy. This body is like a shirt, and if you will remove your shirt, then also no one will pay obeisance to the shirt. They don't pay obeisance to the shirt. They pay obeisance to the person. So if someone dies, we say immediately say that he's no more, like he became a ghost, and we said that we just want to get rid of him. We don't know anything. Who is giving us all the intelligence? Like scientists are making 4G, 5G, all these things. Who is giving this intelligence? So Lord has given you everything, but he is not demanding anything from you. Like father give everything to his son, and he just wants that my son should work as I desire. He should not work whimsically. So knowledge is the only thing that can give you uh, bliss, peacefulness. So there is no peace without knowledge. So we will start our this topics about Ajamila Charitra. There is a saying in in Odia that there was a Ajamila, one biggest sinful person, and he became rescued by the Lord because he took the name of Narayana. In here in India, we gave the name of the Lord always, like everyone's name. Someone's name was Draupadi, someone's name was Yudhishthir, someone's name was Govinda, someone's name was Rama. This Pintu, Chintu, Tunu, these are like West name. This is not our culture. Our name were like that because in early days people know that we may not be chant always Hare Krishna or God's name, but if we will have our child name given in the name of God, then we'll always call him. Like if we give our son's name Rama, then we call, oh Rama, please come. He's your son, but the name Rama is of the Lord. So you will get the result of taking the Lord's name. And I will tell you how scientifically how it is. What I will tell, it's all given in the Bhagavatam. So this topic you will listen from today. From tomorrow, it will start at 6:30 right time. So you should come at time. This is Ajamil. The this place is still there where he was living. People may be saying that, oh, it's a mythology where that Ajamil was, but it's not like that. Whatever the human beings create, that is not real. But whatever Lord has created, Lord has given, there is nothing myth there. Everything has proof. Everything is real. Like Mahabharata, Ramayana, everything. Like we are Indian and we are so much believing in this materialistic life with the invention of the scientists that we are thinking that our own culture, everything is mm, not good. Like I will tell that if these scientists, they don't have power to create something which can give you oxygen and take carbohydrates, like the trees. All the trees, they do like that. All the trees at night, they exhales, they inhales carbon dioxide, but they exhales oxygens. So how can some scientists make like this something which will give oxygen? So there is Tulasi, one our Tulasi, and also the banyan tree, they exhales oxygen. So we used to worship Tulasi, we used to worship banyan tree. So that tree is helping the society. So whatever is related to the devotion of the Lord, it's not useless. And it is proof. So this Ajamila Charitra we will listen today. Actually, there are 3 chapters of this in Bhagavatam, but here we may uh, talk on only 2 chapters and we'll see how much we can go forward. And here we have a center already. Devotees are staying here near the Ram Mandir. So if you don't have the money to buy the 12th, all the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you can go there, read there. Whenever you will get time, you should read, and at the time will come when you will know the essence of it. So Parikshit Maharaj was listening Bhagavatam because he got a curse from one Brahman. Like nowadays, even we don't know that we are doing sinful activities, like we drinks liquor and we don't think that if it's not sinful activities, then why the government has rules not to drink openly liquor and so many things. So government has made the rules and regulations. Like we have our uh, every country has their own rules and regulations. Like here we walk and drive on our left side. There are other countries where that their rule is to keep right. They walk and drive on their right side. So these rules are made by the government of that country. So if the God has made this whole world, this material life, then he must have some rules and regulations. So this word papa or sin, sinful activities, is if we don't obey the rules and regulations given by the Lord, then that is sinful. So three things. One is sin, one is pious, and another is devotion, bhakti. So if someone will break the rules and regulations given by the government, then they will go to the prison. So what is prison? Prison is actually hell. Lord's prison is hell. So Parikshit Maharaj did some wrong. So what he did is out of anger, he, he took a dead snake and put on a Rishi's neck. So the Rishi's the sage son, he just without seeing, without knowing who did this, he just cursed that whoever did this will die in 7 days by biting of that same snake. So Parikshit Maharaj then say, yes, I did wrong. So he left all his kingdom and went to Ganges and tried to know, tried to do something in these 7 days to get Krishna. So Parikshit is such a big devotee who is saved by the Lord Krishna when he was in the womb of his mother Uttara. So all our relatives, well wishers, they come during our death and our happy times, our marriage like that. So when Parikshit Maharaj was going to die, all the rishis, all the sages, they come there. Like you are sitting here, the rishis came there. So he asked to all the sages, what should I do in 7 days so that I can get the highest result? So many rishis, many sages were saying so many things. Some were saying to do tapasya, some were saying to read and like that. So Sukadev Goswami is not accepting all their suggestions because he is only 7 days and what is the best. At that time, Sukadev Goswami come. Parikshit Maharaj has 7 days of his life left, but he's asking questions for the general people. In the fifth canto, he asked questions like if anyone will break the rules and regulations uh, of the Lord, then where we will go. So the Lord's first son, like Brahma's first son, is Manu, and he has wrote Manu Samhita. That is the rules and regulations for the human beings. So where we will live, we will have to know and obey the rules and regulations given by that government. So if we'll break the rules and regulations given by the government where we're staying, then we'll go to prison. And those who will obey that, then they are pious. And those who are like uh, the MLA, MP, the member of parliament, all the government servants, they are like the own men of the government, and they have so much free they enjoy. So similarly, those becomes who are abide very nicely to the rules and regulations of the Lord, then they go to higher planets and they live a demigod's life very nice, very peacefully, very blissfully. So if someone is asking question that why I will worship Lord Shiva, you can worship Lord Shiva. There is no problem. But Lord Shiva can give you whatever you want, and he can take you to his abode, Kailas, and Brahma has his Brahmalok. So the Lord can take you to his place, but he can never give you mukti or salvation or liberation. Liberation only be given by the Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. So Lord has said, even if someone can go up to Brahmaloka, then also he will also have to come back. But if someone will attend me, then no one will come back. This is in Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, so many nice things are there. We read Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita, and all this, and we become Bhakta. We are not teaching you to leave your family, but we are teaching that you live with your family, but like how like your five fingers, they are just cooperating with each other and living peacefully, and these five fingers are working together because of this palm, and Lord is like that. So that's what I was saying, how Bhagavatam has started. So Parikshit Maharaj is sitting and asking questions. So when Sukadev Goswami came, so Sukadev Goswami said, you just listen the Bhagavad Katha for 7 days. There is no other best option, best way. So Parikshit Maharaj used to listen. When he listened up to fifth canto, and on the last part of the fifth canto, there is explanation of hell, the one I was telling you about this bhakti and pious and devotion. So though there is daya, Vaishnava have daya. So he is going to die in 7 days, but he's asking questions about the welfare of the general people. Like we are doing, so we are doing bhakti, but at the same time we are doing so many sinful activities. For example, when we are like uh, cutting vegetables, there are many insects inside and they are getting killed. Like we are walking, we are driving, so many small germs are getting killed. So everyone is doing sinful activity and they will go to hell. So Parikshit Maharaj is becoming fearful for the general public. And so this is the starting of Ajamil Charitra. So Parikshit Maharaj is asking to Sukadev Goswami that you tell me the way how the people should not go to the hell, like eating of non-veg. you must know that non-veg eating is a sinful activity. If it's not sinful activity, then why on all the auspicious days you are not eating this? When someone is dying, why you are not eating non-veg? You may ask the scientist. They will tell you, like after uh, if we'll eat non-veg, how much bodily reactions, what kind of bodily reactions we can get. If I will just go and slap someone, or I will just start, if I will start firing at him, he will just go and fire and complain against me to the police. So if we will kill some animal, then what suffering we must go through. We don't have the rights to kill anyone. Like these animals, like human being is not meant for eating non-veg. You can know that by the way we drink. Like the carnivorous animals, they drink with their tongue, but the herbivorous whose body is not meant for non-veg, then they drink without the help of the tongue. So we don't know so much what is sinful activities and what is sin and what is not sinful activity. So I'm not going telling all this, but you can read in the Bhagavatam, and in fifth canto, there are 28 kinds of hell described. And this Kali Yuga people are doing so much sinful activities that they will get the reaction. Every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So this COVID pandemic, we suffer all through. There is now war in Ukraine and Russia, so many sufferings. So why all these reactions are coming? Because of the sinful activities. If we'll go on doing these kinds of sinful activities, then so many pandemics will come future. I will just briefly explain you what are the like many kinds of sin, and we'll go to the hell. Like the wife and husband, they should get married, but if they will not live their life on in a Vedic way, then they will go to a narka hell, and that is called Pitrada hell. So like all the illicit things going on these days, they all will go to uh, hell, Priyada hell. Like someone is saying, after dying, everything finished. Nobody knows where he goes. But it's not like that. After death, we get another life after death. I can give you one example. Like a small boy when he is taking birth, why some boys are like born blind, some are born with handicap. Like one person has three sons, and why they are different in their quality, their activities. So why all these different natures coming in a just born boy, just born baby? So these are karma. Oh, we are moving in 84 lakhs of species. This is not a new birth for us. We have we are going through so many millions and billions of births. So in the womb, it's very, very painful. Like the mother knows how much painful it is. I, I, I have I have kept many cows, and I know how much pain the cow suffer when she give birth. I have one cow, her name is Kunti. When she was giving birth, she became senseless. So much pain itself. They become senseless. And sometimes we went to the birds species, sometimes animal species like that. And when we got this human birth, this can be our last birth. In Odia, there is a proverb, after many births of penance, we get human birth. We Indian people have this knowledge, but others, they don't have this knowledge. So in a short period of time, we have to get out of this material world. There are 9 lakhs types of the aquatics animals, like the trees. They are like 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs kind of birds. There are 11 lakhs kinds of gems. So we have gone through all these and unlimited times. You are also doing punya, like the even the dogs. You can see that the dogs in someone's house, he's eating non-veg, but the dogs staying in ashram or near ashram, he's all every day eating the prasad. So like these kinds of, like those dogs near the ashram, they are doing punya, pious activity, so they get human birth. So this is examination in our life, that when we get this human birth, we should get out of this material life. Like we give examination when we study. We also have to face the test. Even if we are Babaji, we are Swamis, somebody may be a Grihastha householder, but everyone has to go through one test. Lord has given one test for all the human beings. Like people say, like, I'm doing my duty perfectly. Why I need to pray to the Lord? Okay, you may do your activity, do your duty, but you have to give one test, and that is Ante Narayana Smriti. At the time of death, if you are remembering Krishna or not. So everyone has their religion. Like this wife and husband, if they will not properly um, live with a pious life, then they will go to Pitradan, hell, where all this mucus, bile, everything will be there. Our body has two parts, one subtle body and one gross body. So like when you are sleeping, you are dreaming. So while you are doing dreaming, this dream is coming in your subtle body. You are dreaming that I'm getting married with a princess. I'm a king. Your mind is there. You are in just sleeping in your bed. Our mind is different from our body. So when we leave this body, our mind, intelligence, false ego will go with our soul, and according to our karma, we will get another body. So two bodies, one gross and one subtle. So after death, this subtle body taking the soul with him, he will take another body. Like we may be seeing in newspaper, like small children sometimes saying that I was in that house in my last birth, and who are his parents in his last birth, all these things. So this hell is waiting for us, and Parikshit just forget his own death, that in few days he is going to die, but he is thinking that these people, they are doing so many sinful activities, they will all go to hell. So he will ask question then, and from his questions, the Sajamila Charitra will happen. So those who drinks liquor, it's a sinful activities like killing a Brahmana, and they will go to a hell. So like Lord has given so many things to our uh, with so many foods to us, but if we will drink liquor, then what wrong we are doing? Like if we will drink liquor, then our body will be like that, and our son will get similar kind of body. Like today, that day I was telling in the Nagar Center, with two regions, people normally take this liquor. When they can't control their mind, they do either they suicide or they will start taking intoxication. But this is sinful activities. By drinking liquor, all our cells are getting dead, and the government is not teaching these things to us. The government is saying that, oh, cigarette is the cause of cancer, but it's giving license to all the cigarette making factory. So if you know it's causing cancer, why you are allowing it to sell? And people are just smoking it. So this is not for everyone. Those who want a peaceful, blissful life, they will have to follow these rules of the God. So everyone will have to reap their own karma phala, own reactions of their karmic reactions. If you will do wrong thing, then I'm not going to suffer. You have to suffer. Those who are drinking liquor, when you will go to hell, they will just uh, uh, make you drink molten iron. This is for human beings, not for the animals. If the tiger will eat a goat, there is no sinful reactions to the tiger because they don't have that consciousness. But in human body, we have this consciousness. So we should get the reaction. Similarly, many kinds of hells are there. Like nowadays, without marriage, the boys and girls, they are involved in illicit sex. These are very, very big problems. If you'll do these activities, you'll go to hell. And if you'll go to hell, you will suffer there. The internet connection is little bit disturbed. So please bear. I think there is some problem with the live telecast. So just wait for some minute. Once it come back, I'll continue.
Sound is coming clear.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's resumed. So, like we are worshipping everything that we use. Like if we'll bring a new car, we worship it. So whatever, this is our culture, whatever we will use, we are remembering Krishna, we are remembering God. So whatever it may be, we may marry, we get a son or get child or whatever, we always keep the Lord with us. This is our culture. So this is in the second canto described. So I will just go on explaining the story. I will not tell you along with the slokas. So if we'll just go on like this, taking Krishna, taking the God, being God conscious, then gradually we will uplift up to Lord Brahma's abode. So in the third canto, the about Prakruti Marga is described. The qualities, the modes of the three modes of material qualities, it's giving birth to us. So there are so many universities, education center, but no center is teaching what is the difference between soul and a body. After someone dies, what is that it's going away from its body and he's becoming dead. So the scientists may create atom bomb and kill thousands, but they cannot give life to anyone. That's why science is failed. They are doing so, they are making so many new medicines. Now science is so much developed, then why you are making so many medicines? You just make one medicine, give a child that medicine, and he will not catch by any disease in his life. You can do so many things. You can make the satellite and all these things, but you cannot just stop the disease. The science cannot do that. If you can do that, then okay, you are actually a scientist. So why they cannot make some solution for old age? Like in old age, so many problems are there. If we will eat, it will not digest. If we will not eat, we will feel hungry. We are all going to be old. In our young age, we are not able to understand it. So these three modes of nature I was talking about, sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. If we'll do all the sattvic activities in the mode of goodness, then at our death we will remember the Lord and we will go upward. Those who are in the mode of patience, they will remain on the same platform, and mode of ignorance, they will go down. So this old age, so much suffering. So the scientists cannot do anything about this death, old age. This creation of the Lord is a big science. Like you can see a touch me not creeper. So you can have, you can like now you are using remote, but who is putting remote, using remote for that touch me not plant? Like there is a tree called Chakunda, Lajjavati tree. So when evening happens, they just go on sleeping. So who is making them sleep? Which scientist? Like now here, you just drop a sugar here. Then who called the mm, ants that here is some sugar? They will come by their automatic. So the biggest scientist is the Lord. You can just imagine, like we have so many kinds of human beings, so many faces, so many activities. Like a human being can see so many things with like 10 windows. With eyes we are seeing, At the same time, we can talk, we can pass urine, we can pass tools, we can hear, all these things going on at the same time. This is God's creation. So in the third canto, this is described. There's 84 lakhs of species we get according to our activities. So if at the time of death we are in mode of goodness, then we'll go upward to the higher heavenly planets. And in the middle, those who are like us, all the passionate people will remain. And those who are like in the mode of ignorance, they don't know about God, they don't know about anything, they will go down. They are in the mode of ignorance. So in the third canto, it is said that we must develop ourselves to the mode of goodness. If we will not, then we will go down and we will not be able to get human birth. There is no certainty that we will get another human birth. We will again have to traverse through the 84 lakhs of species. Anyone can say what thoughts will come to the mind during our death. If you read Bhagavad Gita, you will know. Krishna has said, Sloka, O Kuntiputra, at the time of death, whatever one think in his mind, accordingly he gets that another body. Like you may say, like in the farmers, they whole day, they do the farming the whole day, and when they sleep, they will just in the he was sleeping, but he's speaking in while sleeping. Oh, do like this about that activities. So that is in his mind. Even though he's sleeping, it's coming to his mouth. So what will come to our mind when we are dying? When we will die, whatever we did throughout our life. So in this human body, we have to do two karma. One is bodily work and one is for the soul. We will do our activity for like uh, our duty, but we must have this knowledge that to do something for the soul. Like you must say, see, from the rivers, when the women are bringing water, they can keep three, four, even three, four pots on their head, and they bring water. Like Prabhupada gives one example, like in Vrindavan once, when Prabhupada is moving near Yamuna River, then Prabhupada said to the Westerners with him, like for the common people, like they say, like how we will get ready. You are sadhus, you are always praying to the Lord, but we are involved in all our gross activities. So Prabhupada used to give this example, like one woman, when she brings from Yamuna water, because in Vrindavan, all over you will find the water is not sweet. The Lavanasura demon, he made it like that, so that sadhu should not stay there. So the woman, while bringing the water from Yamuna, she is keeping all the mm, all the cloth wash on her shoulders and keeping her baby in one of her hand and with 3-4 pots on her head full of water and talking with a companion woman going with her. So Prabhupada said, what you learn from this woman? So they said, no, the lady bringing the water. So Prabhupada said, no, you have to see that he has so many things, but where his main aim is, where his mind is. His mind is with in the pot, water pot over her head, so that it should not fall. So similarly, we may do our activity, work, everything, but our mind should always be that with this human birth, we must get Krishna in this life. So because of this modes, we get birth. Like many people argue that there is nowhere forbidden in the Shastra not to eat non-veg. Why I should not eat non-veg? In before ages also people used to eat non-veg. So let me tell you why you should not eat non-veg, why you should not drink liquor. There is a term, whatever you will eat, you will get that mode of nature. Like if you will eat non-veg and all that, your passionate mode will increase in you. If you will come to the temple, you will become sattvic in the mode of goodness. You will only pray. When you are becoming very angry, you are just fighting with others. So these are mode of ignorance. So these three modes always compete with themselves. Even the mode of goodness wants to go forward, but passion try to restrict him, and like that. Like when sadhus get up early in the morning, we never rise late because we want to increase our mode of goodness. Like reading the Shastra, like you may read a pants, you may read a dhoti, how you will feel. Everything has their modes. The food, they have their modes of nature. The environment have their modes of nature. So when we are living, we should always be careful of this. So in the fourth canto, Dhruva Maharaj's life and Manu Maharaj's uh, mm, all these are described. Where are the all big planets are there? Who is making all the planets moving in the sky? Who is putting diesel, petrol in the sun? It's giving so much heat and light. It's not never decreasing. So Krishna has created all, divided all, like all the universe accordingly. So in the sixth, now we are reading in the sixth canto. Parikshit Maharaj asked, because he felt the suffering for the conditioned soul. Oh my Guru, Sukadev Goswami, you answer this thing to me, Sloka. Oh Gurudev, this suffering, so much suffering. Like if someone killed someone, you just looted someone with money. So how many cases will be on you? You may say that only one case maybe for all the offense. No, you will have to suffer for all the offenses individually. So whatever sinful activities we are doing, we have to suffer for each one of them. So you must remember this question, because from this question, this Ajamila Charitra will start. So first question, this Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukadev Goswami, how this conditioned soul should not go to the hell. There is already 2-3 days left out of the 7 days of life of Sukadev Goswami, but still he is asking on behalf of the conditioned soul, because he is a pure Vaishnava. So he asking Sukadev Goswami, you tell me the way how the conditioned soul should not go to hell or avoid hell. So where the hell is, everything is described here. After 1000 yojan from this place, the hell is there. And Yamaraj don't live in hell. He lives in Pitraloka. Like our judges, they don't stay in the jail. They live in their quarter. So whoever do sinful activities has broke the rules and regulations of the Lord, and as many breaking he has made, he has to run through that many hell. So when Parikshit Maharaj asked this, how a conditioned soul should not go to the hell, Sukadev Goswami answered, no. Every this, the people will go to hell if he will not do the prashchit, do the atonement for his sinful karma. Like there are so many atonement we had. Like many people uh, give food to the small children, those who have killed cows, they go on begging like a cow to every doors. So there are so many atonement is given. So Sukadev Goswami said, Sloka, how many types of sin do you know? People don't know anything. We may scold police. If you will go by flight, if you will go to, if you will go by flight and you will fight with the stewards or air hostesses, then they will just get you out of the flight. They will suspend you for a year or so. So there are three kinds of sin. Like now the children are even shouting at their elderly parents and others. So these are actually Bachasika Papa or sinful uh, sin made of speech. Even the wives are now talking wrong with the husband. So these are sinful act. I have seen in my own eyes when I was brahmachari. I have lots of time. I used to visit to villages to speak about this Bhagavad Gita. You can see, like when uh, like the old person was there, and he is very old. He can't even check his dresses properly. That his his son is like little bit educated. So when he was going out, he saw that his father was not wearing his dhoti properly. So that boy shouted very loudly to his father, and his father started crying. So after this, the boy he went to his office, and after 2 3 days he died. So nobody knows why he died. He has no disease, but he died because his father suffered a lot. I saw this. So we must know that we are living because of others' blessings on us. So this is sinful activity through speech, and then there is sinful activities through mind. So like thinking about others, we are not directly saying him or her, but inside our mind we are seeing all the wrong deeds of others. Like he is not good, he is bad, like that. And then third is kaika. Kaika papa means sin through the body, like mm, fighting with others, beating someone, like that. So Parikshit, when asked how a person can avoid the hell, Sukadev Goswami said, no, a person will go to hell if he will not do the atonement. Like before dying, everyone is doing three kinds of this sinful activities. One through speech, one through body, one through the mind. So all these three kinds of sin should be atoned before getting death. So how to get the atonement? Like the one you did, the sin you did through your speech, you should atone it by doing fasting. That's why all the old ladies, they used to fast so much. And so like even we are sadhu, if we'll say something uh, mm, like things that will hurt you, then we have to get forgiveness from the Lord. So why we are doing mm, mm, praying to the Lord, chanting holy name? There is a scientific reason for it. So that whatever we are sinful activities, without knowing if we do, it all get uh, atoned. So we do fasting by doing all the sin or done through our body, by speech what we sin we did, by chanting we get atoned, and the sin we do through our mind by meditation in the Lord. But all this should be done before our death. So Parikshit Maharaj said, you just tell me the simple way, like how this atonement should be done. If there is a disease and you delayed its treatment, then it become chronic. So this atonement must be done like immediately after you incur the sin. Otherwise, you have to do the atonement twice. So Parikshit Maharaj is showing us that there is no other way to for a sinful person. There is only way is the Lord's name. So how you will do? Three, he said, sloka. I will not tell so much commentary and Sanskrit. So Parikshit asked how the person will not go to hell. Sukadeva Goswami said, no, if you will not do the atonement by before the death, all the atonement, and when he should atone, immediately after he comes to know that he did some sinful work. And it's not that you will do the sinful act in your young age and you will try to atone it when you are old. No, it's not like that. Immediately you have to atone. And how you will do the atonement? According to the proportionately quantity of the sinful act, we should do the atonement like that. Before the death, you will have to do all the atonement. There are four conditions, and we can't do that. And that's why Parikshit asked, because he was fearful. before, first is before death, second before getting old. You should not be diseased and you should not be old. And third is asu, immediately you should do the atonement. And fourth is whatever sin you have done, you have to atone accordingly. So Parikshit just become morose because Parikshit is asking who will not go to the hell in Kali Yuga, because everyone is involved in mental sinful activities. At least everyone is envious of others, seeing the faults of others. No one is liking the others. Even the brothers are fighting with each other. So all of these will go to hell. So Parikshit Maharaj very nicely requested and asked Parikshit Maharaj. So whatever you said, I'm just not, uh, it's not giving me peace. In Kali Yuga, everyone will do sinful activity and they cannot do all this atonement. It's not possible. You please tell me. So I will just rest the class here. Tomorrow you come at 6:30. We will finish by 8:30. I will come around 6:15. You should come 5-10 minutes before. This is a big topics. Bhagavatam is so big. Even if we hear for our whole life, it will not finish. And I'm not telling the commentary. If I will tell the commentary, then it will take, I don't know how long. Sloka. Hey Gurudev, I'm not able to believe what you are saying. People are know that these are sinful activities, still he is doing. They know that if I'll do this, I will suffer. If I'll uh, steal, then police will catch me. Whatever sinful activity I am doing, I will suffer for it. But still, people are doing it. Why he is doing it? People know that it's not for my good, but still he is doing. Why? Because he has desire. He cannot just get rid of his desire, his lust. You please don't mind. I just openly say everything. Please don't mind. Like those who drink liquor, they always say that I will no more drink. Every day they drinks, they will say that this is last. From tomorrow, I will not drink because he is thinking it actually that it's giving me all the loss, monetary and all these things, but still I'm not able to live it. If you are drinking, then you should not get married. How your son and daughters will live? We say like that, and that person is also thinking like that. It's giving so much problem to me and my family, but he's not able to live. No more how much he's trying to live it, but there is some power which just forcing him to do. Like this desire is such a thing that even if you are not doing it since your childhood, you may do it in your old. Like you may see you can see the old woman while dying. Sometimes they ask for, okay, give me some non-veg, some fish. Before dying, they ask. So without the mercy of a sadhu, we no one can say that yes, I can die peacefully. So Ajamila, this Brahman, he becomes attached to a prostitute, and he is not like a common normal Brahman. He is the Brahman that is appreciated and kept by the kings. So, so two for two persons who are in this universe very fortunate. One is uh, Dhruva Maharaj, who is near this Kanpur, uh, who have lived, and second is Ajamila. When he was child, he was a very nice Brahman. So we don't know what will come in our life in future. If we will just leave the association, then we will fall down. So Ajamila became attached to the prostitute, but only thing that uh, rescued him from his sinful life is when he was child, he he has chanted Narayana. So whatever offense we may commit, one day this name will give us shelter. So Parikshit have asked this question that also Sukadev Goswami, you are saying that these four conditions, all these we have to fulfill, and the soul will, Jiva will not be able to do all this atonement. Though he knows that these are not good and I will suffer, still he cannot leave it. So tomorrow you will listen its answer. So then Sukadev Goswami will say that only in one case a person will not go to hell. One is he will stop doing the sinful activities, no more sinful activities, and you chant Hare Krishna, Lord's name. That's why there is Ashtaprahari Sankirtan in every villages before. I used to come in this area. Uh, I used to see how beautifully they do kirtan. Even the mothers are also like women are also doing kirtan. So why we get so much pleasure when doing kirtan? Because this is the Lord's name. Like when we call our son by his name, so much affection comes to us. So this is the Lord. He has created all of us. So you should all come in right time. There is nothing of our own. The only good we have is we learned Bhagavatam and we heard from Guru's mouth. So you should all live peacefully, taking Bhagavatam in your life and get the Lord in this very life. I will stop here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम के जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद के जय, श्रील गुरुदेव के जय. All glories to assembled devotees, Nitai Gaur, Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So we'll do Bhagavad Arti here. All should stay here, and there will be prasad. So all should take prasad and go. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So now Bhagavad Arti will go on. We can leave now. So Katha is finished for today. Tomorrow again we can have the Katha at 6:30. So please join 6:30 tomorrow. Hare Krishna.